ever. The latest home media technology, the rewritable DVD. And the new Detroit Motor Show opens in gloomy times for the car industry. Over the past 18 months, 2 new aircraft have been involved in a unique competition. Boeing's X-32 and Lockheed Martin's X-35 have been engaged in an exhaustive series of tests to determine who will win the most expensive defence contract ever tendered. The American Department of Defence wanted a new generation fighter plane to replace all current strike aircraft. In addition, variants of the new plane had to be capable of operating as a conventional fighter, a carrier-based naval plane, and a short takeoff and vertical landing aircraft known as the STOVL version for use by the Marine Corps. Boeing only built 2 versions, feeling that their X-32A variant would be able to fill both naval and Air Force requirements. Recently, Lockheed Martin's X-35 was declared the winner. They had built 3 versions of the aircraft. The rigorous flight test program began on October 24, 2000, when the X-35A left the runway at Palmdale, California. 1 month later, the X-35A successfully completed its flight test, logging 27 flights in 30 days before it was returned to Palmdale to be converted to the STOVL X-35B. This variant presented the most complex design and engineering problems. The X-35B had to demonstrate good controllability in every axis at 0 airspeed. The transition between up and away flight and hover was carefully evaluated. The aircraft's hover footprint, the propulsion system's impact on the ground surface or carrier deck, would be just as critical. The system Lockheed Martin has developed involves the deployment of a shaft-driven lift fan forward of the main engine and a nozzle aft that can swivel through 90 degrees. Yaw control is applied by moving the swivel duct from side to side, while roll control is achieved via air nozzles in the wing. The UK is also a potential customer, and it is this version of the X-35 that will replace the Royal Navy's Harrier Sea jets. Rolls-Royce has supplied specialised STOVL hardware to Lockheed Martin. The company's experience developing the Harrier's Pegasus engine gave it a unique advantage in engine construction for the project. The unique shaft-driven lift fan amplifies engine thrust and reduces exhaust temperature during STOVL operations. The naval version, the X-35C, has larger wing and tail control surfaces to better manage low speed approaches for carrier operation. The internal structure is stronger to handle the loads associated with catapult launches and arrested landings. Joint Strike Fighter program was conceived to deliver the next generation of strike aircraft at an affordable price. It was important that there was a high degree of commonality between the 3 aircraft variants to keep manufacturing costs to a minimum. Lockheed Martin had to do more than just design and build a new aircraft. They had to devise a new set of manufacturing techniques that would deliver a high concept plane rapidly and at a low price. The most advanced computer-aided design and manufacturing methods were used at every stage. Many techniques were pioneered specially for the project, as the contract requirements stipulated high standards of production efficiency with rapid fabrication systems. Lockheed Martin is now gearing up to produce several developmental prototypes before launching into the largest military aircraft production run ever. But critics say that the project is too big for just one manufacturer to handle, and that the concentration of jobs and resources in one area will be politically unacceptable. Nobody is sure when the first of an estimated 5,000 new aircraft will start rolling off the production line. When digital video disc units were introduced, consumers were so impressed with the picture quality and the convenience that it rapidly became the world's most successful consumer electronics product. The DVD player's penetration has been 5 times faster than the CD and 13 times faster than the VCR. Now Philips has added a record button. The DVD R1000 can record programs off-air by way of its inbuilt tuner, with all the convenience and features of conventional VCRs, but with flawless DVD quality. Recordings can be catalogued via a menu system familiar to users of the read-only DVD technology. The new Philips format is compatible with existing DVD video and DVD-ROM players and PCs. The single-sided 4.7 gigabyte discs will cost approximately $20 US. The new DVD R1000 can also copy digital camcorder tapes directly to disc. Permanent archiving of domestic video is now easy and convenient, with a visual table of contents to retrieve recorded programs. Transfer of data happens via the familiar FireWire system. Fast forward and rewind is unnecessary on disc, with no visual search required. You simply skip to the next recording. The consumer electronics market in Europe is worth €80 billion and is steadily increasing. Philips are expecting big sales for the new DVD recorder, and their manufacturing effort is gearing up for strong demand. European DVD unit sales have jumped by 233% in the past year. It is widely expected that the introduction of the DVD read-write will further boost a market which is continuing to experience tremendous growth. Philips forecasts that at least half of the DVD hardware market will be recordable by 2005. Backed by industry's leading players, the DVD read-write format is already considered the industry benchmark. These brain scans could lead to earlier detection and treatment of the debilitating Alzheimer's disease. New images showing the plaques and tangles which envelop the brain of an Alzheimer's sufferer could be a major breakthrough in diagnosing the illness. At UCLA, a team of scientists led by Dr. Jorge Barrio has come up with a new way to detect the disease before the symptoms emerge. A new substance known as FDDNP is injected into a patient. It clings to abnormal deposits in the brain, which can then be revealed using a PET scanner. Dementia-related diseases affect more than 30% of people over the age of 80. Alzheimer's disease is almost always fatal. Dr. Barrio hopes that this breakthrough will lead to new forms of treatment and even a cure. Detroit, Michigan, and car buffs from around the world are present to see the launch of this year's latest models. There was the Cadillac CN, a two-seat sports car inspired by the F-22 stealth fighter. And the Chevy Bel Air, a sleek, retro-looking convertible. Daimler Chrysler unveiled their concept for a new combination station wagon sport utility vehicle set to go into production in early 2003. The Chrysler Pacifica is an all-wheel drive car with a 250 horsepower V6 engine. Mitsubishi debuted the Cabriolet SUP for Sport Utility Pack. The convertible includes suitcases built into the doors and backpacks mounted in the seats. It also features one of the splashiest features seen at the show, a shower. The suitcase doors may be a useful place to keep your photographic kit, but we're not sure what would happen to your camera in the event of a side impact. The car is tailored for the outdoors, with the seat back backpacks just waiting to be used when the road finishes. And if it rains and your tent starts to leak, you can press a button and take shelter. Honda introduced their new SUV, the Honda Pilot. The Pilot includes seating for 8, along with a V6 engine and four-wheel drive. The company also debuted their new concept SUV, the Acura. It's a four-wheel drive billed as a hybrid of the RSX Sports Coupe and the MDX. General Motors' Saab division revealed their first concept cars in more than 20 years with the Saab 9X and the 93X. The 93X, dubbed a crossover coupe, is an SUV with four-wheel drive and off-road capability and the look of a more traditional coupe. The Nissan Altima took top honours at the show, winning the North American Car of the Year award, the first time a Japanese car has won the coveted prize. Magellan, Volkswagen's car truck sport utility vehicle hybrid, was another one of the bold efforts introduced at this year's auto show. Car makers have a lot riding on this show, with the glitz and glitter being undermined by concerns over the precarious state of the car industry. The 53 exhibitors have a brief few days to impress. Audi presented a concept car which featured 3 rows of automated seats. The car can be set up in a variety of configurations to accommodate varying user needs. It includes this unique luggage tray, while the seats will rotate and fold to fit even the biggest musical instrument. No motor show would be complete without its quota of sleek Italian sports cars, and Lamborghini did not disappoint. After 100 years of making gasoline-burning cars, General Motors sees a not-so-distant future when vehicles powered by hydrogen will revolutionise the industry. GM's autonomy fuel cell car houses all the essential elements of the car in a skateboard-like chassis between the 4 wheels and under the body and seats of the vehicle. The chassis can be fitted with a wide variety of bodies. Because of the radically different engineering required in a fuel cell vehicle, designers will be free to rethink the shape of the car totally. Control of the vehicle could become fully electronic without the need for the more conventional mechanical linkages for steering and brakes, and exhaust from such a vehicle will be nothing more than water vapour. From humble beginnings in 1907, the Detroit Motor Show has become the premier North American industry event and one of the biggest in the world.